أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم رسولا ونبيا رب أعوذ بك من همزات الشياطين وأعوذ بك رب أن يحضرون ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. So this is the page we went over 3 times yesterday. Today we're going to break down the rules of Tajweed, or at least the Nun Sakin, Mim Sakin, and the Tanween on this page. So it's always helpful that when reciting the Quran and we're applying the Tajweed, we know the rules that we're applying. Much better off than not knowing. And then recitation with the Quran, it must be done according to how it was revealed with Tajweed. So this is the reason. Very important note. These Tajweed rules, for example, right here you have a Nun Sakin, or there's a Nun Sakin here. This is a Mim Sakin. Very important to know what to do under those circumstances. If you apply the recitation as it was recorded and produced yesterday, then you'd be able to follow along just well. But here again, the main objective is to point out the rules of the Nun Sakin and the Tanween. So if a Nun Sakin is here, we also have a Nun Sakin here. These two are totally identical. And again, keep mentioning and re-emphasizing the fact that the Quran has similarities in it. So a total of 5,000 similarities within this one kitab, one revelation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, neither contradicting each other. On this ayah you have a Mim Sakin. And again, the rule here is going to be Idhar of the Mim Sakin. Here the rule is also Idhar, Mim Sakin, then the Ain came after it. Everything needs to be clear. Likewise here. And this is going to be a Tanween, Idgham, because the Mim came after, and that's again after the Tanween, after the Dhammataini. When we come to this surah, An-Nasr, and we make sure again that each people, there's going to be a drill for the throat letters, but this Sod is a toothed letter. It in Sin, so many oftentimes people make it sound exactly the same. But again, when going through these words, we will find out that word for word, each letter comes out to be precisely what it's supposed to be. Otherwise, then we're reciting other than the Quran, so we cannot have that, period. Here we have a Tanween. If we were to continuously read from this ayah to this ayah, how would this sound? Afwajan fa. This is ikhfa. The rule is ikhfa. The fa came after the Tanween. And then we have Tawwaban Bismi. Here is going to be Tanween. Reading from here to here, it will be Iqlab because the next letter is Iqlab. When we come to this surah, Tabbat Yada Abi Lahabin wa Tab. This is Tanween, followed by a Waw, making it Idgham. Ma Aghna Anhu. This is Idhar, Nun Sakin, followed by a Ha. Maluhu wa ma kasab. This is Qalqala. These are Qalqala sounds, the Ba. Qaf, Ta, Ba, Jim, Dal. سيصلى نارا ذا. Again, the Ra has to be full. And this is going to be إخفاء. Zal is إخفاء. ذات لهب وامرأته. This is going to be إدغام. You continue from here to here. حمالة الحطب. qalqala again, sounding off. في جيدها حبل من مسد. إدغام تنوين إدغام ميم ساكن. مسد باسم. This would be إقلاب. So in Surah Al-Kafirun we have أنتم. So here we have Hamza Fatha Alif. This noon is sakin, silent noon, ضمة, mim sukun. عابد, عين فتحة ألف صغيرة, ع با كسر بي, دال ضمة دو, another ضمة, إدغام. عابد ما, إدغام would be the rule there. This لكم. لكم دينكم. So إظهار ميم ساكن. لكم دينكم ولي. Again إظهار ميم ساكن. دينكم ولي. لكم دينكم ولي. Next, we talked about it already, but going over it. Hamza Fatha, Fa Sukun, F. Wa Fatha Alif Maddi, Wa. F, Wa. Jim Fathatayni Tanween. F, Wa, Ja. Rules of stopping. If it's on two Fathas, stop on the sound of one. Everything else is a Sakin, a Sukun, when you stop. But now, فَسَبِّحْ. And that's another drill, the shadda. We need to go over drilling the shadda. But when we see here, or what we see here is an ikhfa. أفواجا فسبح توابا باسم. This is going to be iqlab. In other words, going over these rules along with the recitation as well as the composition, breaking down the words, understanding what you're memorizing. When you begin to move forward, you'll be accustomed to, again, the same words coming back up over and over again. It'll be much easier and you're reading it much clearer, which is much better. So what we're going to do now, we're going to break through the actual words as we've written them out. It's really important to know each letter in every single word. Where does it start? Where does it stop? Right. So where does everything start and where does everything stop? What we have here is a written out. Well, yes. So it's a written out page duplicate. See the letters? This is Qaf and a Lam. Here you have Qaf and Lam. Then you have a Ya with a Fatha, Alif Saghira, a Maddi symbol also there. Everything also is written here. Same practical way. Again, we don't have Fathas, Kasras, Dhammas, and we have to get used to being able to read a word without the Fatha, Kasra, Dhamma, and so on. We have to be able to do that. Once we're able to do that, then the fluency of reading becomes much simpler, much better also to write. Mind you that the crash courses we went over writing in the forms of the letters. Here, what we're simply doing, we've already written it out. We're just going to go ahead and put vowels on there so that it will help comprehend each word. This is one word, it's a two-letter word. Qaf, Dhamma, Qu, Lam, Sukun, Qul. Al, Qul. Then we have Ya, so we have to stretch it. Hamza Fatha, Ya, Dhamma, Shadda. You, Ya, Ayyu, and then the Ha Fatha, Ha. This is going to be a Qamariya word, So you put a sukoon. So this is the first word. This is the second word. Third word. Al-kafirun. Nah, but we stopped. So this is a word. Al-kafiruna. It started here, ended here. La. This is one word in itself. A'budu. A. Hamza fatha, ain sukun. A. Ba dhamma bu, dal dhamma du. A'budu. End of the word. Ma. Could be one word. Ta fatha ta. This is an alif stretching the meme. Ain sukun a. Ta. Ba dhamma bu. Ta'bu. Dal dhamma du. Waw maddi du. This while stretching it. Now, this is another word. Now this is the antum. One word. Abiduna. One word. And we know that this is the cutoff of the word because noon is a continuing letter. It's a mawsul letter, but here it's cutting off. Ma a'bud. In the words again, this word was up here, it's down here again. Wala ana abidum ma abadtum. Interesting observation. The two sounding like letters, if they come back to back, the one that has the shadda and the other one is silent. One that has the shadda and the other one is silent. This is in a case of a rare idgham. It's rare, but it's there. So now we're on to the next surah. Well, not quite yet. We have to keep putting wala antum عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. Now we're on to the next surah. What do we have? Hamza Fatha. These are all readable. إذا جاء نصر. The word is Allahi. Shamsiya word. و قمرية الفتح ورأيت ورا أي سكون. Work on those sukun sounds. This word is shamsiya. An-nasa. Shamsiya. Alif wasl lam. Qamariya shamsiya. They always have to have alif wasl lam. The lam in the shamsiya has nothing on it. So we've been repeating that. Hopefully it sticks somewhere. يدخلون 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 في stretch ديني. Word is Allahi, same word. أفواجا. We talked about the tanween going on here. Fathatayni then followed by the fa. Fasa bi فسبح با كسرة حا فتحة بحا من سكون أم بحم دال كسرة دي بحمدي را فتحة را با شد كسرة بربي كا فتحة كا ربك نبي ألف وصل واستغفره واستغفره. Now we have a shad on top of the noon. إنه while stretching it. كان تا فتحة تا واو شد فتحة و ألف stretching it. با فتحتين با توابا. And then again we talked about, if we continue on to the next surah, how would read it. Here we're just doing the simple composition. Ta ba at tab bat. Ya fatha ya da yada abi lahabin lahabin. Well, you're gonna have shadda in some writings. La, when we continue, lahabin wa tab. Abi lahabin wa tab. In the Persian writing, you'll have that. But here, ma aghna, Ali stretching. Anhu, maluhu, maluhu. وما كسب وما كسب. ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب. سيأص سيص لام فتحة لام فتحة ألف صغيرة. لا سيصلى نون فتحة stretch. نار فتحتين نارا ذا الفتحة. نارا ذات فتحة تاء ذات. لها بن لها بن كسرتين. نارا ذات لهب. And we continue. لهب وامرأته. This alif is silent alif. You go right over it. حمالة الحطب. This word starts here, ends here. This word starts here, ends here. في, a word of its own. جيدها like so. حبل من مسد من مسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. If you wanted to continue again. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفر إنه كان توابا. تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب. سيصلى نارا ذات لهب وامرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد. صدق الله العلي العظيم. Inshallah, we will pick up the plan again is to move forward on the next pages going towards the Baqarah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept it from all of us, and please do refer to the videos prior to help reinforce the lessons at this time. We want to do the entire Quran in this fashion, and the format again is to recite each portion 3 times, listening to it for the student 3 times. And once that is done, also go through each word and make sure the composition is done as such, as well as the Tajweed, The basis or the basics have to be complete. So each letter, how it looks outside, how it looks inside of a word, where a word starts, where does it stop. These things are the very basics. So these have to be covered as a preliminary. We went over that in the crash course of Ramadan 2021. Here on the 2022, we are going more at the advanced. So stay with the course, inshallah. Use all tools that you have at your disposal, but certainly the Quran was revealed through recitation. So just remember that. Barakallahu feekum. May Allah Ta'ala unify us all with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam on the day يوم لا ينفع مال ولا بنون إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.